Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, Golden urges government to be proactive, wants a quick response in ravaged southern parishes. With the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season predicted to be above normal, opposition leader Mark Golding is calling on the government to be proactive in its preparation for the possibility of any system affecting Jamaica. At the same time, he appealed to state agencies to prioritize a relief response to southern parishes devastated by Category 4 Hurricane Beryl last week. This has been a trial run, and it has been a challenging one for many families. We are hoping that we are not going to see another one like this soon, but it is possible, so people have to be vigilant in their preparation, he said during a tour of Alligator Pond, Manchester on Sunday, ahead of a scheduled visit to parts of southern St. Elizabeth battered by the storm. The government needs to also be vigilant in its preparation of the people. There are gullies, for example, that need to be cleaned. We need to prepare for hurricanes in a more meaningful way going forward, not an announcement the day before of some drain cleaning or an allocation to MPs, which may take time to access. We need to have relief supplies and equipment ready to be rolled out in areas which are prone to being damaged. A whole different approach needs to be taken. We have lessons to be learned from Beryl for sure, added Golding. I would have thought we would see more activity from the state agencies in the badly affected communities by now. I can understand a day or two of assessment, but I think we are beyond that now, and the people are really starting to feel the effects of the deprivation caused by Beryl, no light, no management, and the other state agencies showing themselves in the communities and delivering blankets, bedding, food items, water, and so on, added Golding. We are not looking to politicize this in any way, but where we see the gaps, we want to call them out and bring them to the attention of the government so that we can respond quickly to them. Right now, people are hurting in many parts of Jamaica. The assessment needs to move rapidly so as to get relief to people, he said. He also criticized the management of ODPEM, saying the whole structure of how we respond to disasters needs to be revamped. ODPEM needs to be more independent and more responsive. Now it has been subsumed in this Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, this massive ministry, and it definitely isn't as agile as it once was in dealing with the situations on the ground. I think that needs to be looked at afresh. This is a time when Jamaica needs to pull together. 4 days after Beryl, we want to see the signs of the state rolling out relief to people. People need zinc, building materials, bedding, food and water so that they can start to put their lives back together, added Golding. He also said Jamaica Public Service Company needs to reassess its readiness for natural disasters. There is a lot of work to be done because the line network seems to have not been very resilient. There are a lot of power lines down, not necessarily caused by tree damage, but some just blew down. The resilience wasn't there. They are going to have to take stock going forward on how they are going to make our power system more resilient, he said. Some of the poles seem to have been very vulnerable, even concrete poles that didn't seem to be adequately anchored in the ground and have blown over. We are in an era now where the global warming that is taking place means that we are going to have stronger storms more frequently, so we have to prepare for it. This is maybe a crisis that hopefully can lead to more consciousness around the need for resilience going forward, Golding said, while pointing out that Jamaica may need overseas assistance to get the communities back on the grid. South Trelawney yam farmers appeal for help amid impact of Beryl. Yam farmers in South Trelawney are reeling from the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl. In 2023, 70% of yams exported from Jamaica were produced in the area. That record is being threatened by damage caused by the Category 4 hurricane. Several farmers in the area are reporting losses. "We are devastated," yam farmers Charles Morgan and Oreen Brown told the news. Our yellow yam, negro yam and round leaf yams are all blown down. These yams would have been ready for late August into September. They cannot be reaped at that time now. If we do any reaping, then we will lose the heads, said Morgan. Morgan, who is from Greentown, and Brown, who is from Lorimers, both have larger yam fields. Over in Warsaw, Ryan Saunders has lost everything. I plant yams and cash crops like tomatoes, cabbage and carrots. All of that is gone. In addition, I had just bought 300 chickens. All of them have died. The farmers are appealing for help. Bushie Park residents say collapsed bridge leaves many stranded. Scores of residents in the farming district of Bushie Park in St. Catherine are now trapped after a bridge connecting sections of the community to the main road collapsed early Saturday morning. According to the residents, the bridge caved in after heavy rains brought on by both Hurricane Beryl last week Wednesday and the tropical wave that passed over the southern sections of the island on Friday flooded the river. From Wednesday with the hurricane, things were washing down into the corner of the bridge, and with the rain we get on Friday, it caused everything to shift, and because of the weight of everything, it made the bridge collapse. Winston Lynch, a resident in the community, told the news. He said that in his more than 30 years living there, he witnessed heavy rains causing debris to wash up under the bridge, flooding the banks of the river and the bridge. However, the structure never collapsed before now. Another resident, Patrick, agreed. This is the first to ever experience this in all the storms. We had Hurricane Gilbert in 1988, and we never faced this. Beryl dangerous. Everybody take Beryl simple, but Beryl not simple, he said. When the news was making its way to the collapsed structure, sections of the road were flooded, ankle-deep water spilling, flowing into the homes of some residents. Caution tape was placed about 5 feet from the bridge, with a group of residents gathered beyond the barrier, urging caution because the water flowing from the river was still placing pressure on the bridge, eroding sections of the road. On the other side of the bridge, a group of people was starting to form as they assessed the damage. Angered by the development, they said it could have been avoided had authorities cleared the debris that washed up last week Wednesday. All of this is not our debris. This is coming all the way from Point Hill area. Come down and block up our bridge, said Patrick. If this was cleaned out, the bridge wouldn't collapse, because it is the weight of the debris caused the bridge to bust, because the water now have nowhere to go. So it busts off piece of the bridge, and it gradually busts off the whole bridge, he explained. If they had cleared these things from last week Thursday, then this wouldn't happen, Lynch said, pointing to dried bamboo, broken tree branches, and other debris gathered at a section of the collapsed bridge. With water from the river further eroding the bridge and the sections of the road, Bushie Park residents are demanding action from the relevant authorities. People living closer to the main road said those on the other side are now trapped because the only other road that they can use is blocked by fallen utility poles and is in deplorable condition. They also said it is very dangerous to traverse during the nights as the thieves lurk in the area. For them to come around this side now, they have to go through a place we call Amity Hall. And we had a few light poles down with wires on the road leading to that side, so you have to be careful. It's very dangerous, and it's a much longer distance. It will take them about a mile or something, almost 2 miles to come around, another resident, Philip Bromfield, told the news. He lamented that hardship now facing residents on the other side, sharing that many of them are farmers who use the bridge daily to access their farms closer to the main road and to do business. Everything mash up now with farming, because if the bridge is not fixed, the things them have to sell will spoil. The people them have fall cube, callaloo bed, fish pan, all kinds of things that them sell. It's a big farming district over there, he said, pointing to the other side. Now all they can do is just stand there and look over here. And who over here just have to look on them because we can't do anything, he said, shaking his head. The government are who responsible for road and works. Them need to come and give them a temporary bridge, and afterwards they make back a good bridge. Right now them just need a baby bridge to go to and from, because them trapped, and this is a serious problem, argued another resident, Clive Henry. His appeal was supported by Patrick. They need to come and look and see what they are going to do for the people, he said. The bridge is very important for people because they use it every day. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for for another news update.